British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has undertaken a hugely significant visit to Ukraine. It was a surprise visit to the extent that it was necessarily not announced for security reasons, but the surprise, so to speak, had been expected for a while. Rishi Sunak has been making repeated affirmations and offering repeated reassurances that Britain's support to Ukraine will continue under his leadership, and these statements clearly needed to be underlined by something very visible and symbolically very significant, which is what this visit represents. The symbolism is clear, the signal is clear, but that is not all there is to this visit. It is a substantive visit. Rishi Sunak has been accompanied by a strong delegation of officials, and very many particular defense issues are being worked out. Rishi Sunak, as we see, met with senior generals from the Ukrainian military, and of course the military dimension is on top of the agenda, and at the very top is air defense. And on that, Rishi Sunak had something new to offer and to pledge to Ukraine. Britain will now supply 125 more anti-aircraft guns to top the promise of 1,000 more anti-missile systems that the Defense Secretary Ben Wallace had pledged earlier this month. So this is a strong British support that is now going into Ukrainians' air defense systems, and President Zelensky has said that there is nothing that Ukraine needs more than stronger air defense, and of course we see that all the time given the repeated Russian missile attacks into Ukraine right across the country. This is now going to take the defense relationship between Britain and Ukraine further, and this is not going to be the end of it. Officials engaged in talks have been working out long-term strategies to see that this support continues and is strengthened so long as the Russian aggression, as the Ukrainians see it, continues and until there is an end to this war. So very long-term strategies are being worked out. But this has a domestic political fallout in Britain as well. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson had made Ukraine his pet project, his special mission. He had led the way internationally without doubt in support of Ukraine. He went to Ukraine repeatedly. We heard a great deal about his special friendship with Zelensky, and all sorts of special moves were made and a welcome offered to Boris Johnson in Ukraine. This is now Rishi Sunak's moment to show that it's not between Boris Johnson and Zelensky, that it is between Britain and Ukraine. This seizes the initiative from Boris Johnson, and Boris Johnson clearly had been keen to continue with this and with this special mission in Ukraine, even past losing his prime minister's position. As he indicated in a recent interview, he had said that he will be visiting Kyiv. He has been building himself up as the bridge, so to speak, between Ukraine and Britain diplomatically. Now Rishi Sunak has upstaged that, which of course he would as prime minister, and so this now is a strong moment for Britain and Ukraine, also a strong moment for Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson. Rishi Sunak is taking the initiative, taking the lead to show that he is in charge, that he will lead the way.